Are we on? I think we're on. Hello, everybody. So, how are we all? Today is issue 75, and here is my co-host, Horlicks.
Hello, good evening. How are you in this Brazilian microwave?
Brazilian bloody microwave.
That's what they're calling this heat wave, isn't it? Apparently, I think it's a Brazilian microwave or a something microwave anyway.
Yeah. So what's the difference between a Brazilian microwave and a British microwave?
No idea. I think I've no idea, to be honest. It might not be Brazilian. It's a something microwave. But wherever it is, maybe it's where the weather's coming from. It would be Brazil, would it? I don't know. But yeah, they come out with stupid names, don't they? I think last year it was an African blowtorch.
Okay, I'm sure it's something rude there. I'm sure Chris Campling says less hair. Right, okay, we're going to do a little bit of a funny one today. We're going to go through the parts, but because I'm going to need my bus, as soon as we've gone through the parts, Horlicks is then going to go through the... Sorry, I'll come back to you on that one. Sorry, Agents just sent me a message. Right, so yeah, we'll go through the parts as we normally do. Then I'll get Horlicks to go through the comments, which will then give me time to go and get my bus and put it on the table. I may have a space issue. And what my plan today is, I'm going to resolder my battery box back. Like quite a lot of people, the battery box has snapped. It's just where it's been sitting there. Maybe it's got knocked. It's very, very weak, but I'm quite confident that once all the battery box is screwed on properly, it'll hold because there's nothing to knock it. So then obviously we'll go through the build. And I don't think there's going to be any screwdrivers involved today, is there, Horlicks?
I don't know, to be honest, because I've not seen the mag yet.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. So, yeah, and then what I'll do as well is we'll plan how I'm going to connect the LED mod up. I've got an idea, but I think it's now going to have to be done sooner rather than later because we're now putting things together. Yeah. And then after we've done the build, I will tell you why I'm all confused.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It'll be nice to see how you do it as well. And if you've got to get your soldering iron out, I suppose it's a good idea just to do it all at the same time.
Yeah, well, I might do it. I'll see how it goes. So,
okay, so in this issue.
Oh, before we go any further, it is a hot day. Hope everyone's drinking plenty of fluids.
Yeah, I've got a Copperberg here on the go, strawberry and lime.
I've got strawberry milkshake. I've got 2 Pepsis, and that's all I've got left.
Okay.
Right.
So in this issue, we connect the main lighting to the circuit board, test the effect. We also activate the bell, pull, engine, and horn sounds. So that's all exciting. So
basically, at the end of today, everything should work, but we'll know for certain if it does work.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant.
Okay.
Right, so
75A is a cable labeled H.
Okay, I'm just going to try and open this box. Not easy. Right, so 75A is a cable labeled H, which is this one. And what it is a black and red cable. It has got a connector at one end, if I can find that one end. Right, so we've got bear with me. Right, so we've got a connector at one end, and then that goes into a split connector there, like so. And then on the other end is an LED. So I'll have to get my multimeter out at some point as well, because I like to test them before we fit them. Okay.
Yeah, brilliant.
What's next?
We've got 75B, which is cable J1. I believe that is.
J1.
Or JI.
Okay. Go J1. J1 it is. So this is a yellow and green cable. And we have got a plug at one end with a label J1. And we've got another split there, like so. And we have got what appears to be a switch at the other end.
Ooh.
We've seen these switches before.
Okay. 75C, cable M.
Cable M. There we go. So this is a green and red cable. And there seems to be a pattern forming here. We've got a connector at one end. We have got another split connector there. Splitter, whatever they're called. And we have got another switch at this end. So I'm starting to think upper deck lights or horn or something.
Yeah.
Bells.
Yeah. That's,
Right.
Yeah. 75D, cable F.
Cable F. That's D, is it?
Oh, L, sorry. Yeah, cable L.
Right, there we go. So this is black and white. This has got, yeah, we're following the same pattern again. So this is going to be quite interesting. I've not actually looked at the instructions, but I've got a rough idea what's happening. So we have got connector. We have got the splitter there. I'm not going to open it and shut it this time. And we have got another switch. Okay. And that should leave us two pieces.
Yeah, so you should have 75E, which is cable F.
Right, so 75E cable F, and this is where partly where I'm confused. So we have got a connector there, and we have got a splitter there. So we've got, this will come apart, which I'm not going to do. But that then splits it two ways. So you've got the white and the grey splits. You've got an LED there, and this end, it then goes into another splitter, and then you've got these plasticky sheets. And it looks like you've got sticky tape on one side and something smooth on the other. So this I'm really intrigued by, because I haven't seen what the... Pardon?
It looks like maybe a light box or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I've had a very quick look at the instructions. And that should leave us the part we've all been waiting for.
Yes, 75F, which is the extender cable.
And this is it. And I'm really surprised this is actually featured in the magazine, because I was assuming that they printed all of the magazines right up to 130. So they were just going to fling this straight in as an extra. But no, this is actually printed in the magazine as a part. So that, I'm finding that quite interesting. So we have all our parts. I know this looks like I've just chucked them in and they're all jumbled, but they're sort of loose. So I'm going to put these to one side. They'll be out of the way, but they'll be where I can get at them. So Horlicks is hopefully going to go through all the comments. And while he does that, I'm going to get Chris Davies, not missed anything. We've just gone through the parts for this week. So I'm going to attempt to get the bus onto my desk.
Okay. So we've got Roger Kendall. Good evening all. Should be a good build tonight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Good. I love playing with electronics. Adrian Langley, hello. How are you? Thank you again for the scans as always. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Love Minis, hello. How are you? Fleetwood J, hello. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not too bad. It's just so hot, isn't it? I love the weather when I'm not in work, but being stuck in work all day. Yeah, food, Jay said, best part of the week, full of fun and innuendos galore. Screwing on a Wednesday, polishing for your rods on a Saturday. Yeah, exactly. P40F20, hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Dave Milne, hello, how are you? Matthew Boring, hello. He always looks forward to whenever it starts. Chris Campion, hello, good evening, how are you? Loving your Ferris wheel, by the way. I'm so jealous. It's been a long time since I've got some Lego out and had a good build. Really need to get some Lego. Ian Bedson, hello. Hope you're okay. Steve Graham, hello. How are you? Dave Say, hello. Dave Milne said, yeah, it's too hot. Ian Martin, good evening. How are you? He's now caught up with the. He's now caught up on the build. Yeah, you've probably caught up with Penny. I mean, I'm still behind. I'm only on issue 57. Matthew Bourne went into W.H. Smith today, had 3 magazines, 1 Terminator and 2 Bismarcks. Chris Camp said, I've got less hair. Yeah, I had a little haircut this evening. It was too hot with my bush on the top. Dave Milne said it feels like it's in a microwave. Stephen Owen, hello. Or Stefan, sorry. Stefan Owen, how are you? Chris is saying his sounds much better now with the mic. Adrian's got a lovely coffee. I'm a bit cold. I've got a fan blowing on me at the minute. Trevor Rodway, hello, good evening, how are you? Stephen said, yeah, can of Coca-Cola straight out of the fridge. Yeah, you can't beat that, can you? Do you know what? I really like vanilla Coke as well, but I can never find it anywhere. The only place that normally has it is sort of Poundlands, but they haven't had it for a long time.
Horlicks, I'm just going to nick the screen for a second.
Okay.
Right, I'm just trying to get the camera set up. I really can't. Right, okay, carry on. Right, sorry, I'm.
That's all right. Chris. Hang on, I've lost where we were. Oh right, yeah. Chris said your video quality is bad again, but Horace's is good. I've just noticed though Penny's has cleared up quite a bit now. I think it takes a little while for it to kick in.
Right. Right, how are we getting on?
Trevor Rodbray says he might put an extra blanket on the bed. Yeah, I think I might put an extra blanket on the bed tonight, Adrian. I love Minnie says, what do you call a mac and cheese that gets all up in your face? Too close for comfort food.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Trevor was asking where Mark Knight is. Ian Bedson, poor quality Penny. I think it's cleared up now, though. Paul Cesar Splitter. Chris Campion was going to say Lightbox as well. I'm still intrigued, so I've got no idea where Lightbox would go on a bus. Actually,
yeah.
Yes, what? I do. Yes, I do.
You do know now.
I do know now, but I didn't think that was happening.
Right.
Chris Davis is good. What's the parts? So we've just had 5 cables. 3 of which are 3 of which have got switches on the end. 1 has got an LED on the end, and then 1 of them has got an assortment of LEDs. What we're thinking is a light box. We're not 100% sure yet. And we also get the extender cable that we were expecting.
Yeah. Right.
Chris Davies, okay. If I've had a fight with a lawnmower. No. Paul says Fleetwood J, I'm loving your YouTube videos. And Fleetwood J said Asda for the vanilla Coke. Steve and Owen, you got it right the first time. Just normal Steve. Oh, okay. And Adrian says it's fine. We couldn't put your jumper on.
Oh.
So yeah.
I just say, aha! Right. Bear with me a sec, guys.
So I think I've got everyone. Sorry if I've missed anyone out. As normal, I don't mean to. I think I did get everyone though. Shout if you.
This is the view I've got. What I'll do is I'll do the stages like this. What I've actually got, I'll switch to Dizzycam. But this is the absolute best I can do for you guys. Right, so I've got the bus on the base on the table, and I've wedged 2 boxes underneath, so it's up at an angle. So you're going to see this view, and then what I'll do when I finish whatever I'm doing, I'll then bring the Dizzycam in, and then we can actually have a look where applicable. What I need to fix is this, and that needs to go on to there. And then once this is actually finished, that's going to go into there like that. And then once that's in, because it's not going to get knocked, that's not going to fall out again. So I'm really not worrying about that too much. So if you're doing this, you are going to need 3 AAA batteries. So let me put this back. So for now, this is Dizzycam is normal cam. Right, okay, so I think I am now ready when you are. It's the hard bit really is getting everything so you can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we'll do what we can.
Right then, so let's get stuck in.
I just thought, shall we fix the battery box first? Because nothing's going to work without that, is it?
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to do that first.
So let me get my solder iron. Hopefully I've got enough wire. So this is awful. Right. So that's just warming up.
Martin McFly's just joined us. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Right, so I don't think I'm going to need. I should get some wire strippers, but I can't find any. They're on the table somewhere. So I think I might just do the old burn a little bit of the plastic off trick. So
Matthew Boren's asking, who is this Barry Box?
Barry Box? Battery Box is my accent. I've got an absolutely terrible accent. So
thing is, you sound, I don't know, because obviously I've met you now. You sound different on the stream to obviously.
You know what? I watch my streams back, and I think I sound absolutely awful.
Mind you, I think everyone probably does. I mean, I do that. I sound horrendous. I had to really, because before I started YouTube, I did a few films, and I was like, no, I can't publish that. I sound ridiculous. But you just, I don't know.
Right, I've got my solder iron heated up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of solder on the terminal there, like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull away some of this plastic. I might need to switch glasses just so I got a connection, like so, like we did with the LEDs on the orrery.
Yeah.
Make sure there's well, you could just strip the wire. That'd be a lot easier. And then what I'll do is I'll just reactivate a little bit of that solder and just connect it in like so. In fact, I'm just seeing if there is enough solder in there. Yeah. It actually looks to me like the problem they've done is they've just not put enough solder on, which is why it's gone. Oh, there was actually a cover on it. Right, so a little bit of solder Tell you what, I am going to change my glasses if I can find them. I had them the other day. There we go. So my sexy Norman Bates glasses. This is one of the problems I have with driving, because I wear my driving glasses and then people get on with a ticket and I can't read the ticket because I've got my driving glasses on. And because I can't read my ticket, can't read the ticket, people then think I can't see properly to drive and they get worried. Right. For a bit more on. But obviously make sure that solder doesn't make contact with the next joint. And then all I need to do is just melt a little bit of that solder. Oh, I might need more solder actually. Right, the end of the battery box. And I'm making this a harder job than it needs to be. Go. And I'll just finish it off with a touch more solder on it. Oh. And let's disconnect the battery box. There we go. And that's reconnected. So you just need to make a contact point. So I'll just test that can go in carefully. And that looks good to me. And once that's screwed in, obviously you're not going to be playing with that wire, so it should hold. So what I'll do is I'll switch my solder.
Oh, may have lost sound, Penny. Unless it's me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
No, lovely. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's easy sorted out. All I have to do is just change my mic and then change it back again. Right. So, what is stage one then?
Right. So, stage one, plug cable L 75D into the socket L on the circuit board 59E.
So, can you look? Oh, I've just dropped all my things onto my top deck seats.
It says this is the recess beneath the stairs.
Yeah. So on the right hand side, oh, hang on, what's just happened here? I've just opened up a new page. Oh no.
It does say.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Right.
It does
okay,
say,
so
just know that cable C is shown plugged in, but you may not have fitted it yet.
Right. So 75D is the black and white one with the switch on it. And it's labeled L.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Right.
Yes.
So, black and white cable. So, this is the black and white cable. Oh, where are we? Sorry. So, black and white cable. It's got a switch on one end. It's got a plug on the other, and it's labeled L. And it's got a little splitter there. So, remind me which one it's going into.
The one marked L.
Well, on the actual
on the circuit board.
Okay. Right, forgive me. I'm gonna have to go and get a little torch. I'm just having a little bit of trouble looking in there. Give me 2 secs. Oh, I can't see a thing. I've got my reading glasses on. So just a little torch I picked up from Tesco's for a couple of quid. Thought it'd be handy for checking the buses. Right, so Port L. EF. There's a picture of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's the top right, but the second one.
Okay, top right. Yep, got it. Right. Okay, so you can't see it, but it is. You got the top right, and then it'll be the next one along. So, okay, and these switches, plugs, they've got a little recess on one side, so they'll only go in one way. So, we just have to figure out which way round they go. But if you put them in the wrong way, they won't. They don't. They absolutely refuse to go in.
If the magazine's true to its image, the white wire should be at the top.
Right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to switch back to my ordinary glasses. For some reason, I can't see when my reader's on. Right. I probably should get tweezers, really. So I'm sorry that you can't really see me doing this. Yeah, I'm going to need tweezers. Right. So I'm holding it like that. That's the easiest way I find, by the top of the wire. And then we feed it in. And that does not want to go in. That is not an easy fit. There we go. That's gone. Right. There's no click or anything. You think there should be?
No, I think it'll just be a tight fit.
It doesn't seem to want to come out. Right. So that's in. So obviously that's trailing now, which is as they've got it on the magazine.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So step 2. Plug cable.
Yep, go on.
Yeah, plug cable F 75E into socket F on the circuit board. Again, the cable C is shown plugged in on the left, but you may not have fitted it yet. So F is this is at the bottom, and it's the left connector of the two in the middle.
Okay, let me show you what we're dealing with here. And this one I'm quite excited about, because this is what we think might be a light box. So let me come out a bit. So we've got a connector that splits into two. One goes to an LED, and then another one splits into two, and then you've got these two panels. So remind me which letter we're going to put them into.
F.
F. And it looks like it's going to be grey on top.
Grey to the left-hand side.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's the two in the middle on the left. The left one of the two middle ones.
Oh, that's gone in easily. Right, okay. So that's that one in. So the potential problem we've got here is because we've got these trailing wires, I'm guessing it could easily get twisted and knotted. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, so next we've got...
Right, hang on, I've got an emergency now. Oh, emergency averted. I thought I'd lost my cigarettes.
Okay.
Right.
So it says, take care not to move the wires connected to the switch. You may find it helpful to take the battery box to the side of the bus. Okay, so it's now wanting to fit 3 AAA batteries into the battery box. Ensure that you position the positive and negative terminals correctly as shown.
Lovely. Right, so I have got 3 batteries, which are obviously other brands are available. So normally you've got this spring side is usually the negative side, which is the flat side. but there's no picture on this one. So let me just check the manual. Right, so as I suspected, this one is going to go flat side on the spring. I know I'm showing this like 5-year-old style, but push the negative in, then the positive. Just like that.
Brilliant. Okay.
So now I'm worried about this.
Next,
So I'm just going to look down gently.
it says turn on the switch on the battery box 58B. This is fitted to the underside of the rear platform.
Okay, well, that's just simply going to be a case of that. And I have no idea if that's working or not.
Right.
So
Press the button on cable L to
is that
illuminate
the light?
the 2 LED panels and the small LED lamp on cable F. You will see the
Right.
of the lamps better if you turn down the lighting in the area where you're working. Make sure all connections are firmly in place.
So give me 1 second. When I said 1 second, you know I meant a bit longer than that. So it's this one that we're pressing, is it? This is the L.
Cable L.
This is the switch. And these are the battery boxes and the LED. So there's the LED bulb. Right, so LED bulb, 2 light boxes in 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Unless I had it switched on already. 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Oh! It's an on-off switch. It's not press to hold. It's on, off.
They're nice
On,
and bright, aren't they?
off. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all right with them. I like them. I just lost the switch. And it's dark, so I can't see anything. So, on. I want to know what they're for. Wow. They really are bright. On, off. On, off.
Brilliant.
So Chris Davies is doing his Yoda talk. See how bright they are compared to the light. You can't see a lot with the light on, but you can see they work. Right, so that obviously confirms that my soldering is good.
Yeah.
Because obviously they wouldn't work if that wasn't soldered properly. I like them. I think I might. Do you know what? I think I might take them off the bus, and what I'll do is I'll put them by my bedside, so I can when I need to switch a telly over and I can't see the remote because it's so dark, I can switch them on.
Yeah.
Mark Knight says, just think, Horlicks, you have all this aggro to look forward to. But you can learn from other things, can't you? Like this battery box, could there be a way of not actually putting it on until you actually need it?
Yeah. But no, I mean, saying that, I mean, to me, it's not aggro at all. I really enjoy the build and I do enjoy the challenge. So,
listen,
yeah,
I genuinely can't moan about any of it. The quality has been better than some, I'll admit. The only thing I have complained about, and I'm quite happy to hold my hand up and admit this, and at the beginning I did moan about the figures, but now I'm saying I like the figures because they're adding so much depth to the bus. It's not just a bus anymore. So, yeah, I really can't fault it.
Right.
Really cannot fault it. So I'm going to have a little celebration, I think.
Not yet. We've got more testing to do.
No, it's not. It's okay because I've got another can of Pepsi for later on.
Oh. It should be in one of those adverts.
Of course. Steve Owen says, big light box for rare destination, a small one for the near side.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
but I didn't think we were getting that. So is that? Do you think was it supposed to have that, or was that?
If that is what it's for, then I am so much happier.
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting that.
So do you think the single LED will be for the side number, or because there wasn't a discussion not having?
I don't know, but I got a little surprise for you. Right, I'll turn the lights out because I want to see this. Right, so this is one of the light boxes. So that's on, but it's white, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually protective paper.
Goes in brighter.
So, but I'm going to be careful because you've got a white piece of paper or card or something, and then you've got a piece of plastic over the top. And they might all be needed. I mean, that white piece of paper might be a diffuser. So, and that plastic might be needed, or it might just be a protective sleeve. So, yeah, little surprise for you there.
Yeah.
So, right, okay, light boxes going up.
The single LED will either be for the side number, but I thought there was a discussion about him not having that, or is it an add-on for the box at the front?
Who knows? But it looks like we're getting a little bit more than we bargained for.
Well, I hope it isn't for the box at the front, because I know a lot of people have gone to a lot of trouble to mod them to put a light in.
Yeah. Dave Mills says he said that posts ago. I'll tell you what, shall we get on with the rest?
Yeah.
Because I think people are itching to know what else we've got to do.
Okay, so place the lower roof deck assembly next to the lower deck assembly as shown.
Right.
So prop it up on the side of the bus.
Okay, so I've been having this roof fixed to the bus without, minus the screws. This is going to cause me problems because I'm working in limited space, but okay, here we go. And that's just reminded me of something. Hang on, I haven't done those posters yet, have I?
No, it's all right.
I will get round to them, I promise you.
Yeah, if I have to attach it without them, then that's fine.
Okay. Right, so we are looking for what?
Right, so yeah, place the lower deck roof assembly next to the lower deck as shown. And then it says identify the end of cable J1.
Right.
Marked J.
I've got one labeled J. This is on the roof, is it?
I believe so, yeah.
Right. We've only got two. Oh, accident. Right, we've got two cables on the roof. One is labeled N, and there's two connections there. And one is labeled J. I see. I see what they've done. Right. So you've got a black and red one, which is a connector there, and then you've got a J1 on the end.
Right.
And you've got one male and one female connector.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to assume that's this one.
Yeah, so we just need the one marked J for this.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, right. So this J one is obviously going to be the bell, because let me show you. This is the J, and that goes there. And if you follow that along, it goes to this switch there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be the bell, the upstairs bell. Right.
Okay, so then plug that in.
Plug that with the socket J on the circuit board.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So where is J? J is below the yellow and green one, which I can't see.
J is the yellow and green one. So you want it's on the. It looks like it's on the right hand side. Looks like it's in the middle.
On the right hand side. I've got an M. I think it's that. Yeah, it's next. Oh. Yeah, I see it. Right. Okay. So I'll show you with Dizzy Cam. It's really, really hard to see. Oh, sorry. I've not had the view on all this time. Right. So, where's my? So there's the view inside my box. It's actually there. So you got to kind of move these around without pulling them out. Probably gonna lift that one up, the red and the black and the yellow one, and I'm gonna pop it in there. So let me
actually, before you do that,
yeah,
balloon that says always make sure the circuit board is turned off before connecting cables, so you need to switch it off.
Good point. Right. So obviously now we've got something connected. It's easy to tell if it's off because we take the switch and can't find the switch. Cannot find the switch. Where has the switch gone? Right, so hit the switch. The light box comes on. So I flick the switch on the bus. I press the switch. They're still on. Right. Okay, circuit board is most definitely switched off. Right, so I need to get... It's obviously going to be the bigger one of the two, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 4 wires in it.
Yeah. So get this in however I can. I can see a lot of people struggling with this, to be honest with you. I can see some people getting it easier than me.
Oh, Chris
Hey,
Chris Campbell said inside her box.
Oh, yeah. That's what she said. Oh, this is hard. This is actually very hard. I wonder if it might be easy if I pull this other cable out.
Yeah, this reminds me of the R2D2 final issue we did.
Right. Yeah. No. Okay, what if I tuck that up? See, I don't want to pull these other... Right, sorry, I'm going to pull this one out. No, I'm not going to pull that one out. Oh. Right. I think all we can really do is... Probably doesn't help with these tweezers, to be honest with you. You really got to get the other wires out of the way. And because these connectors are so small, you've got to get it exactly in the right position. Otherwise, it's just not going to go. No. Right.
Oh, P40's finished. It works. Brilliant. Just don't forget how to use it in a month's time and try and turn it on with the wrong button, because you'll end up stripping it down like I did in a panic. And then I realised I pushed the wrong button to turn him on.
Yeah. I shouldn't laugh because I'd probably done the same thing.
But at least it gave me a chance to open him up and check everything was still all right, eh?
Ah, that was promising. Oh, just dropped the roof. I think that's in. I'm confident that's in. Right, so what's next then, Horlicks?
Right, so the next...
Pull the cord to check the sound of the bell. Are we ready for the unveiling of the bell then?
Oh. Oh, right. Sorry, yeah, I missed that bit. Yeah, so Pull the cords, yeah, to check, yeah.
Okay, so switching on. Right, I'm gonna use this light box as a test for knowing it's on or off. Right, so the light box has come on, so we know it's switched on. So if all goes well, if I pull this cord on the, you can't see me. Oh, hang on, you can't see me pulling the cord on the other end, but you'll see the effect on that end. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh! Can you actually hear that?
Yeah. The sound of the annoying school children ringing the bell.
Yeah, yeah. So if anyone here goes to St. Joseph's or John Frost School, this is for you.
Brilliant.
I
It
am
sounds
really
like
happy with it.
over the
So, do you know what, Dave? I think Dave Say might agree or disagree with me on this one. That is so awful that it's actually beautiful. That noise. That is an absolutely terrible noise, isn't it? Right. So.
See, I wonder if you could upgrade the speakers in it to make it sound better.
Yeah, of course you could.
You could put like a set of Bose in there or something.
Yeah, set of Bose. Yeah, and get some surround sound speakers and. Yeah, that's the big question. I'm told. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. I'm told that is an accurate bell. So, right, okay. So, what's the next stage then?
Right. So, step 7. More plugging in. So, you'll have to disconnect the switch again, turn the switch off, plug the wide end of cable N, the wide end of cable N.
The wide end of cable N.
From the roof assembly into socket N on the circuit board.
Oh, that's the other one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that looks like it's on the bottom left-hand corner.
Bottom left or top left?
Picture
looks like the top to me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it does.
Right. So, I'm just. Yeah, it is. This is actually going to be the easiest one of the lot. So it's going in. I know you can't see it, but it's going to go in there. So that is going to go that way. And I think I'll use my tweezers, but I think there is actually room to do it. If you've got little fingers, you could probably do it that way. Having said that, no, that's gone straight in. Right. Okay, so is there a test for that then?
Yep.
No,
he says, again, cable C is shown plugged in, but it's not yet fitted.
Right, that's the extension, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about testing at the minute. It then goes on to step 8, which says if you fitted cable C, unplug it from socket C on the circuit board.
Okay, well, mine's actually unplugged.
Okay. So now we need to plug one end of the extender cable C to the end of the cable C and plug it in to socket C. So yeah, we're going to add the extension.
Right. So there's the little the bit that wasn't long enough. So that is going to go into there like that, and then this one will go into. You've got two holes next to the one we've just used. The N is actually the top one of the two. So that's going to go in that way round. Yeah, let's use tweezers. Let's always use tweezers, whether we can get our fingers in there or not. Right, that's gone in perfect.
Brilliant.
Okay. I'm just concerned that with all these wires all over, there's going to be so much crisscrossing going on. Right, okay, so what's after C?
Right, so 10. You have to switch the bus on and then press the switch 38N in the driver's cab. So it's the one nearest the door.
Right. Is this going to be lights or is this going to be sounds?
Horn. Is this to check?
Right. Okay, so I'm going to do 38N first. Because it involves moving cameras, you're going to have to trust me that I'm pressing that button. Okay, so ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Nothing. Oh, I love it. That sounds just like our crappy buses. That's a Routemaster horn. The dashboard's quite loose though. Oh, I love it. Get out of my way, cyclist. Get out. Pedestrian crossing the road. Passengers shouting, stop. Can I get on the bus? Sorry, can't hear you. Sorry, I was getting a bit carried away there.
Way too much fun.
I was. Right, so what are we checking next then? The lights?
Yep, so then you need to push
so I've turned the lights
M, which is the switch next to it.
Right.
Are
you ready?
Lamps on the lower deck ceiling should light, the headlights and the side lights on the front of the bus.
Okay, I might switch to Dizzy Cam in a minute then, but let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I love it. I love it.
God, that is amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Sorry, you know I don't get excited, don't you? Right, so Dizzy Cam. Right, so there's the lights on in the cab. Do you know what I love about them? They are realistically dim.
Yeah.
They weren't super bright.
Yeah.
I think they are perfect. They look a little bit diffused on camera, but oh, I love them. Right, so you're going to see this before me, actually, because I can't see this bit. But I'll have to try and get a front view. So there's a headlight, there's the other headlight, there's the side light. Is that the 3 that it should light?
Yes, yeah. Brilliant.
So I mean, we knew these were going to work anyway, didn't we? Because we tested them.
Yeah. But I have got a suggestion, which I think is really good.
What's that? So hang on a sec, hang on. Oh, hang on. That second switch isn't work. Oh, there we are. I'm sorry, but guess who's going to have dead Guess who's going to have dead batteries tomorrow?
So, what I think is cable C is the...
Yeah, carry on. I am listening to you, honestly.
Cable C is the front lights.
Oh,
it's actually really good that they have sent us a extender cable, because what that means is we can disconnect the extender cable.
Yeah.
We can spay the wires apart and we can tap onto the extension for the side light mod.
Yeah.
And then we can once that's attached and heat shrinked and whatever you want to do, then it's easier to replace the extension cable without damaging the original wiring.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had a really good idea here, but it's just really not working. Jesus Christ, that's bright. I just blinded myself there.
You can tell Penny's taking it seriously.
Yeah, always. Yeah, always. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think anyone who's done the side light mod, I think that the best. I mean, me personally, by looking at the build, I think definitely the way forward is to use the extender cable to our advantage, split the wires, and then we can tap onto the extension cable for the
right.
The mod.
So I need to tuck these wires. To be honest with you, I think the easiest way to go about it is to drill a tiny hole in the base, run the cable down, and then go underneath the base, and then come up, another tiny hole to come up, and then use that cable, because I can play with that cable then, can't I?
Yeah.
And I've got spare connectors if it should go wrong. So yeah, okay. So I think we can now actually save the LED mod for another day, which is good because I'm trying to finish on time today because I start at 5 tomorrow. Right, okay, so yeah, Mark, no, I've not taken my Medicaid. Well, I did. I took my Pro Plus earlier on, but it's running out, which I don't want to take it too late. So have we got anything else to do?
Actually, there should be 4 lights that light at the front, not 3.
Oh yeah,
You've got
right.
the front light as well.
Okay, so I'm going to have a hunt for that then, because you can probably see where it's positioned on the desk. I can't get in there. So let's have a hunt. So we've got one headlight, one light there. So can we see the 4th light? Oh, fog lamp. Fog lamp?
Yeah, the bottom.
There. I think I just saw it. Oh, it's not working. Or is it this side?
The other side.
I think that's the other side. It's there, but it's fell out by the looks of it.
No, other side, Penny. Passenger side. If you want to say passenger side, you know what I mean.
Near side.
Near side.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. We can get all 4 of them in view there, can't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so one. Hang on, let me turn the light out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. And I've got to do it. I'm sorry. Oh. You know, I think that's my favourite. That sounds bloody awful, but yeah, I don't know what I like best. The bell or the lights. The lights look awful, but that's Routemaster, isn't it? You know, I remember when I first started driving buses, the lights were terrible. And now they're so bright, you can't actually see in the windscreen because the light's shining. That's why I hate nighttime driving. Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We haven't got that far yet, have we, the buzzers?
We're doing that now. So.
Oh. It works. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? It's right. I'm going to press it just the once. Oh, I don't know if I like that. If I press the other one. Can't find the other one. Can't remember where it is. Is it? It must be low. I'm doing this by feel. I can't find it. So they're obviously, both of those are connected to the same switch then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I remember now. Yeah. So they work, and we've been naughty. We haven't tested that. We shouldn't have tested them yet.
Okay, so turn the bus off and then plug. Step 11 is to plug cable H 75A into the socket H on the circuit board.
Right. Sorry. Say that again. Socket H.
Yeah. Plug cable H.
A. Okay. So let's switch to work mode view. So we're looking for a cable with an H on it. we've got what looks like 1, 2, 3 cables left. M we don't want. J1. Oh, that's funny. A J1. We've just been working on that. So H. So where am I plugging? Oh, that's interesting because that's got a bulb on it. Right. So H is going to be plugged in
into socket H.
Right. Okay. I think that might be an easy one, actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that is below the one we've just done. So tweezers. Because it's going a little bit lower, I'm holding it up like that. And this should be a nice, easy one. Loads of working space on this one. But my vision's really, I really need to, do you know what? Sod my 3D printers. When I start getting my money through for spare, I'm saving up for new glasses. There we go. That actually went in easy. Right. Okay. So are we testing that one?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm intrigued because there's no switch or anything for that, is there?
Yeah.
There is.
Yet.
Okay.
So step 12, plug cable M into the socket M on the circuit board.
Right. So that will be this one that's marked M. God, where's that going? Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, we've got 2 spare plugs. It'll be the lower one. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. I just heard a beep. Do you know what that was?
No.
Right, if I can get this in, I'll be honest with you, it'll be a minor miracle. I promised you a miracle. Right. Does anyone want to put my thingamybobby to the test? My speaking assistant. Oh, God, that went straight in. Okay. So this has got a switch on it.
So Mark's just said he prefers the way I've done my builds without the ugly wheel covers. Sorry, Penny, I just don't like them at all.
No, that's absolutely fine. You are entitled to an opinion.
But the thing is, I do have the wheel covers on my bus.
Okay.
I've done it exactly as the magazine said, so I have still got them.
Right. Okay, so what's next? And I've plugged that in. That's just gone in fine. We have got an ugly mess of wires, but I suspect you can see that I've got an absolutely ugly mess here. We've got a plug there that's got something's going to go in it, but I guess these are all going to go somewhere, which now starts to explain why we have put side panels on.
Yeah.
But this will all get covered up, won't it?
Yeah, it should be. There'll probably be some management later on.
But yeah, it's going to need a lot actually, because I'm trying to figure out how this battery box is going to go in neat. That's going to be the challenge, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh God, look at that. It will go, but that's going to take a lot of doing. Right. Okay. So
step 13 is to press the button on the end of cable M to check that the LED on the end of cable H lights up. You will see the glow effect better if you darken the area.
So this one sort of surprised me a bit. You can only just say, there's my switch. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And that is definite warm white. That's a yellowy white. I tell you what, look how bright it is. That's really bright, isn't it? Actually, while we're here, we're talking about these light box things. You see how bright the LED is. See how bright the light boxes are. If I can find the switch. Can't find the switch. Fumbling around in the dark for a switch. I'm pretty sure the switch was on the end of one of these. Guys, I can't find the switch.
Switch it up.
The light box.
Switch it up. Why didn't you flick the light on for a minute?
Oh, hang on. Right. So we've seen how bright the LED is. This is how bright the light box is. That's really bright, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, I just had one pointing in my eye and that was really bright. So are we happy with this little LED?
Yep. That all lights up. That's good.
That is really bright. I'm going to compare it to my torch. Given that that's like an LED bar, that's not bad, is it? Let's try. Right, this is a 3 LED torch. Not a lot of difference, is there? That's really, really bright. Okay, so is there any more today? Whoa!
Right, so step 14. Ah, okay. Connect cable J1 to cable JJ1.
Right.
So
that was the one wire that was one of the wires that was poking out of the side of the. You've got 2 wires poking out. You've got an N and a J. Now, obviously, this N is going to go somewhere to control the lights. But this is the other one that's. Oh, hang on, I got to switch this off, haven't I? Right. So the two connectors that are poking out, we've got this one J1 and this one J1. So all we're going to do is just plug those together. If they go. Shall I plug them the correct way round? Or were they the correct way round?
Match the colours up on the wires.
Yeah. Good spot there, Horlicks. I know what the problem is. Right. The 2 wires, the 2 connections there, they've bent down a little bit. So I'm just going to pull them up a bit. They need to line up with those 2 holes in there. All right. I don't want to force them in because it's going to bend these even more. If I can just get the tops out, it should straighten it all up as I poke it in. All right. There you go. They're in. Right. So if I switch those on and press this switch,
Yeah.
what is it? What's going to set off?
Press the button on the end of the cable to check the engine sound.
Oh, we have got an engine sound then. Right. Ready? Nothing.
Turn it on.
It is on.
Oh.
Right. Lights are working. Oh, hang on. That should connect. All right. Now I'm concerned. Wow. Can you hear that?
Very quiet.
It is rather quiet, but you can't stop it unless you press the horn. That I am really, really happy with that. But I can see why people do want to upgrade the speakers. But we weren't sure if we were getting an engine noise, were we?
Yeah, I think so. It did. Yeah.
I don't think it says engine sounds in the pamphlet that came with what we call issue 0.
I don't think it did, obviously, but I think what I remember is when we read through the magazine, she did quite a detailed. Well, I wasn't obviously on the stream then. When I watched your build, I think you did go through it in detail, and I think
right, okay, because we'd heard of someone that we were getting engine noises, but we couldn't find out where we were getting, you know.
Yeah.
But no, we get. I'm all right with it. I mean,
yeah,
to me,
I definitely read somewhere that it did have them, but it wasn't obvious. It was in a small print somewhere.
Yeah, but look, to me, the biggest expert I know on this is Dave Say. So, Dave Say, what do you think of the engine noise? That's actually the bus pulling away from a bus stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like it. What's that? Is that like passing traffic?
It sounds to me like it's driving, changing gear. I'm just chuffed with it. But I want to hear the people who know about these. I want to know what they think. I mean, I'm guessing these are actual recordings, maybe just tidied up or whatever. So is there anything else to do then? No,
that's the finished views.
Brilliant. And I'm actually able to put my, let me move this up. I am able to put my roof back on. I feel quite safe with the roof on. It just makes me happy that it's up there.
Yeah.
So, guys, what do you all think? I don't want to influence you, but I think I'm really, really chuffed with this. And I'm just going to put the big light on. But, yeah, no, I've just got all these trailing wires. Back in a sec. Right, there you go, I'm back. Yeah, so right, how do you store it with all those wires? The only way I can think of to store it,
can you tuck them up into the seating area?
Oh, of course. I was going to say masking tape them, but yeah, I'm going to shove them through the window. And then that looks like one of our buses at work in the garage. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right, Penny, switch it off. Remove batteries. I don't know if it's the same with modern batteries, but I was always told to remove the batteries because if you store them for a long time, all the batteries leak and they go all like that lime jelly type effect.
Those batteries are they from Poundland? Is that correct?
They are actually. You get about 1 million of them for £1.
Yeah, so take them out because they leak like no one's business. I think even 10 minutes they leak if you leave them in something.
Really? So get some good batteries for them then, yeah?
Yeah, treat it when it's finished, treat the bus to some Duracells or something.
Yeah. Sounds like an erotic Simon Says. Right. Do you know what? I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier with it. I kind of looked at the magazine and I thought 50 pence worth of wires there. But actually, for that 50 pence worth of wiring, it's added so much. Now it's come to life.
Right. Now I'm really, really confused now.
This is why I said I'm confused.
So, shall I say, right, next week,
Mhm.
we're going to continue with the electrical connections to illuminate the upper deck and the rear lights.
Right.
So, my thing is, we haven't got any rear lights yet that I'm aware of.
Right, we have got one connection. Ah,
And
N.
it also,
N is the upper. Right. N is the loose wire, and that connects the LEDs on the roof. So the upper and lower deck are obviously going to be wired in together, aren't they?
yeah. But the second
Now,
thing is, you haven't got any LEDs for the upper deck yet.
no. Right. The rear lights is easy. Right. I can explain that one. That's pretty obvious. We're going to put the wiring in, and then that wiring will hang loose somewhere. And when we eventually do the rear bit, then we'll plug that in, and the rear lights will work. But we haven't finished making the upper deck, which is where I'm confused. Look, let me switch to
This
me.
is
Right.
again the same.
So this is the upper deck.
Maybe we're just going to put the wires in and then again leave them hanging.
But this is the upper deck. We've still got half of this support to do. And where's the lights going to go? There's going to be something missing.
Yeah.
Like 4 sides and a roof. So I'm really confused. So someone at Hachette is laughing because they've got me stumped anyway. So, but I'm now wondering where they're going to go because well, I would have thought the rear lights would have come on with the front lights.
Yeah.
So where's the connector for that then? Right, hang on.
Well, maybe
Right.
because there's already so many lights.
Is there already? Oh, hang on. There's a splicey thing, isn't there?
There's so many LEDs plugged into one plug because you've got the 4 at the front. I reckon that.
Do you think that they're going to go into
A separate
8?
plug? Yeah.
We've got plug 8.
End up having 4, 5, 6 LEDs on one.
Right.
One plug.
So it's going to lose a slight bit of realism in that you're going to have to switch the backlights on separately.
No, I think they go on together, but I just think the lights will be wired into its own plug for the rear because there's already 4.
Have we got working indicators?
I don't think so, no. But obviously, you've got one switch that will turn on 2 sockets, basically, I think. So,
right.
We'll put the rear lights into a different letter on the board.
Okay.
But they will still work with the front lights, if you see what I mean. That's how I think it will go.
So the question is, where are we going to go from the week after? I've not had my subscription copies, by the way. They were due this week. Which is why I had no idea what was coming on this one. But we have got... Next week, obviously, we're going to be doing electrical connections because it says so. We've got half of the upper deck support to go. We've got the sides, which I suspect is going to come in at least 2 more issues, left and right. At the very least, it might even come in 4. It might even come in 6 because it's longer. So you may not get the panels done in... I would imagine they'll come in 2 bits, will they?
Yeah.
And then we've got a roof to come. That's going to be at least 2 issues. It's got to be at least 2 issues, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I can't see that we can't illuminate the upper deck for at least another 6 weeks. And we're overdue a figure. Fleetwood J's just brought that up. So surely we've got to finish the driver's cab off before we put the upper deck on. I'm really confused.
maybe it's going to be a case now that we've worked on 2 or 3 separate things, then we merged everything into one. Maybe we're going to branch out again and work on 2 or 3 different projects at a time. So you'll be working a bit on the upper deck, but also well, 1 week, and then you'll leave that aside, and then you'll be working a bit more. I think it might branch out again.
Well, I don't know, because what we got? We're up to 75. So we've got 55 weeks to go. So we've still got loads and loads of work to do. And we've got just under a third left. So yeah, got just under a third. No, we got, yeah, just under a third to go. Oh, I don't know. I can't work it out. No, 40 issues is a third. Right. So yeah, because I originally said roughly it'll be 1/3 of the collection for the chassis and the engine, 1/3 for the bottom deck, 1/3 for the upper deck. Maybe a little bit more for the engine and chassis, and but roughly. And I still think, but saying that, we've got half of the upper deck done. So yeah, and I'm starting to think also we're going to have an awful lot of weeks of side panels.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, we've already branched off already, because instead of working on one bit at a time, you've now got some of the upper deck assembled, but we've gone back to wiring, electrics, and things like that. So it's already branched off. So yeah, I think it'll all come together anyway.
I mean, I've got every confidence it'll come together. And I also know that issue 130, I bet you 129 will be a completely useless part that you won't even notice, like one screw. And 130 will be that piece you cannot complete it without, like like a back panel. And if you don't get issue 130, you will have a big hole in the side of the bus.
Yeah.
But it will all come together. I know it will. Because they can't even release it if they're not confident it's going to come together, is it?
No, yeah, it will all come together, yeah.
Yeah. But it's the puzzle of working it out. Obviously this speculation is part of our show, and I'm completely stumped. I just want to get into the mind of the designer, and I really can't on this one. So anyway, I'm still drinking my Pepsi from Celebrating the Lights. But no, I'm really, really happy with this issue.
That's good now, because you were worried last week, weren't you, that something wasn't going to work?
Yeah, I would have been really disappointed, because we went through so much trouble checking wires. In fact, we didn't even check the wires this week, did we?
No.
But you imagine it. You go through all that effort of making sure. I mean, we knew everything worked. Each individual wire worked. We used the what do you call it when you test the 2-wire continuity meters. We put voltages through things that worked. We just checked the switches. The only thing we didn't know worked was the speaker, which we now know works. And it would have been so disappointing. It's like, when I did that first one and I go, oh, it didn't work. And then that last one where I was fiddling with the reason it didn't work was actually because the wires were the wrong way around. You need to connect green to yellow and yellow to green, which is strange in my opinion. But, the J wire we did.
Really? That's not right.
Well, that's the way it is.
Well, yeah, it worked. But no, I mean, maybe they got your wires.
Well, actually, no, that's making sense now, because
on the magazine, you can see that yellow and yellow match and green and green.
You know what? I'm going to do a mod. Right. This might not even work. Right. So this yellow and green wire that I've got,
Mind
Right.
you, it wouldn't matter, would it? Because it's only a
No,
switch.
I'm going to fix it. I think I'm going to fix it. Right. You see there, you've got, I don't know if you can see that. Bring it in a bit. Right. So you've got green at the top and you've got yellow at the tops. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's another connector further down. And that's, oh no, that is right. Sorry. Okay. No, ignore me on that one then. Because I was thinking if I pull them out and switch them round, then you'd have green on the top there. But
Yeah, as I say, I mean, it's supposed to be. It's obviously having a little hiccup in the factory because the DeLorean did the same. But the thing is, it's a switch, so it doesn't actually matter what way that goes.
This will all be hidden. So, right. Yeah, no, that'll all be hidden. So, well, I mean, it doesn't matter what the colours are, really. They could all be black or white.
I think the only reason it would be a problem is if you're using if you're connecting an LED because they wouldn't work in the wrong polarity.
Yeah. Mark Knight has brought up a really good point. He says, what worries me is people who can't solder. How the hell are they going to manage?
I think in that respect, you would be asking for a replacement for the battery box.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I can solder. What I've done today, it's not done professionally. In fact, I think Love Minis would probably call that a bodge. But in this case, whatever works, you know, it's done it fine. So I'm happy. But most of my soldering is bodging anyway, because you should heat up the target and then put the solder onto it. What I've done is I've splodged a little bit too much solder on. Then I've brought the wire in and I've melted that solder again and tried to sort of mix the wire in with the solder. So I'm kind of reusing the solder, which is not great because really solder, I know this is a bit I do know, solder is actually a tube, isn't it? Not a wire. And inside that tube is a little bit of flux, and flux helps it all melt and flow properly and cleans it. And then once you've soldered, you burn off the flux. So when you go back and touch that solder again, there's no flux in it. So really I should be adding more flux to it, which I haven't done. However, job done. Job's a good one. So but yeah, it's a really good point. So if your battery, see, the big question for me is, oh, by the way, this switch, you're going to have to put it on because of where the screws are. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be able to unscrew that now, so you'll have to put it on. So I just wonder how you can protect that wire. But there is actually a sleeve over the top, and I seem to have lost that sleeve. So it's obviously fallen off at some point, but it's not a problem anyway. Excuse me. Yeah, now I'm tempted to say learn to solder, but to learn to solder, you've got to buy solder. You've got to buy a soldering iron. You need some kind of stand to put your hot solder iron on. And to be honest with you, if you can't solder, it's cheaper to buy a replacement magazine than it is to get the solder iron and everything. It's only because I've been soldering with other projects that I've acquired a solder iron. So, what do you think, Horlicks?
Yeah,
send it back.
Yeah, I mean, if you really don't think you'll be able to solder, I mean, if you've got, what I would say is if you've got a soldering iron to hand, give it a go.
Yeah.
If it's already broken, you're not going to make it any worse. So have a go.
Yeah.
If you really can't, then
the thing is, once you've got your solder and your solder iron, I reckon just about anyone can come up with wires. So you can always practice with old bits of wires or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, you know, if the only reason you're buying a solder iron is to solder that wire on, you probably, you know, contact Hachette. Even if Hachette turned around and said, well, you broke it, it's not our fault, it's still probably going to be cheaper to buy a new issue than it is to buy a solder iron and solder, unless you intend to use a solder iron. So, right, does anybody have anything else to add?
I don't think. Just that obviously my I've since you can't even see me.
No.
Obviously I've done more of my bus and I've done some more of the roof panel. I've got the roof all together now, which is brilliant. And as you may have seen from my video, I had a few issues with it. But it seems to have set and it's all good, so I'm happy.
Nice.
But yeah, see, I've got my caps on the back as well, Mark. I never took them off. A bit of electrical tape are peeling off. But yeah, I'm really happy with my build so far. I've got another issue. I've got 58 to do, which is cable N, which has got a lot of LEDs on it. So I'll be doing that shortly. Ready for Monday. Just a quick plug. Obviously, those of you who are watching my DeLorean, I think there'll be an issue this Friday and the following. But then, unless I get my other issues, then there won't be a build again for a couple of weeks. I chased them. They said that they were sending them out. Then I chased them again 2 weeks ago. They said they'd been sent out and I'd get them in a day or two. And it's been 2 weeks now. So I phoned them back again today.
Oh, you've still not got last month's issues then?
No. And I phoned them back today on my way home. And they said, oh, yes, you should have had them way before now. So he's actually placed another order for them again. So they've obviously got lost in the post.
It's not going to be much consolation, but if they send the replacement issues out, I find they come just slightly quicker than the subscription issues.
Yeah.
Usually about a week rather than a week and a half.
Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, he's sending them out as a new order, so I should get them.
Yeah. So Dave saying that I'm loving the fact that at the end of the day, we're going to end up with a lovely representation model of a London Transport Routemaster. And as each week goes by, we're learning something new. Could not agree with that more. I'm really happy with this. This issue it's the glue for me. We've been fitting these parts, but we haven't really been. We don't, they're not working. And then all of a sudden we've got these connection wires and whoa, everything works now. And we know the engine noises, we know the bells. We got 2 different bells. I love the lights. I mean this in a positive way, the crappy lighting. The old buses, they weren't lit. I don't think you could really read a book in them, could you, very well, because they're so dim. And the buses that I was driving when I first drove buses, those lights were quite dim. I think it was more so you could see where you were walking rather than being able to do an activity on the bus. It's only the more modern buses that have had really bright lights, but they used to have light bulbs in, didn't they? Like 40-watt light bulbs or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. Even the crap bits of the Routemaster, it's captured it perfectly. So, but yeah, when I say crap, I mean, the not so good bits. I mean, the fact that the detail is perfect.
Yeah.
In the later years, the Routemaster had the lights in the middle of the ceiling. Okay, I didn't know that. I know a lot of buses do have them in the middle, but yeah, but no, I love it. The crappy little the crappy little bells, the little lights, and it's dim but cozy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like in the old days when your electric used to go and you used to put candles on, and it wasn't great lighting, but at least it was lit up. That's kind of, yeah. So Chris Davies saying, no problem, Ian, look at the files on Facebook group. Yeah, so Yeah. So, is anyone having trouble sleeping in this heat? Apparently, it is going to get warmer, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be quite warm.
The only saving grace I've got is I'm working tomorrow, and then I've got 4 days off. And I have never taken 4 days off since I've been with this company. Not even when I've been on holiday. I tend to work 2 days on my holiday, and I will be doing that in September, purely because this new ruling about the holiday, you don't get paid 40 hours now. You get paid the average of what you worked in the last 3 months. So, and I normally work like 45 hours a week. So I'll get 45 hours holiday, then I'll work 2 more days. So I effectively get paid 7 days, but only work 2. And with my hours going up, I could get 55, 60 hours. And then say if I picked up 20 hours overtime on top, I'll get paid 2 weeks' money in 1 week. In fact, I'll get more than that because I get overtime, mate. So, yeah, I'm going to work my holiday. So, call me a money grabber if you want, but right, I'm going to plug here Facebook, TV and movie vehicles. There you go. That's my modeling site. It's fair enough. So next week we're going to be doing some more electronics. Do you think we'll be doing just electronics, or do you think we'll have some parts to fit?
I think it'll probably just be electronics.
Do you think? Because I can only see us getting 1 or 2 wires.
Yeah, and then we'll probably plug them in. Possibly some cable management. Don't know.
Yeah, what, like little stickers and things?
Maybe, or just tidying the wires we've just put in.
Fair enough. So, do you think I should buy myself some electrical tape ready for next week?
I don't know. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I probably will, because as you've proven on a lot of your builds, electrical tape is one of those things that in fact, actually...
Haven't you got some?
No, that's my magnetic tape. I thought I had some. No, I'll pop in Poundland. I've got to pop in Poundland anyway, because it's just one of those things that's handy to have, isn't it?
Oh, I use it for everything. I've got like 3 rolls.
I think I have, because my
I love the stuff. It's just
my 3D printer. I was having trouble. I've got like a Bowden tube and a power cable, and I've got these little clips that clip them together, and they really, really get good. But the last one I got, the braided wire bit is a bit big, and I actually found it easier to wrap them in electrical tape. It's a bit of a faff if you need to remove them, because you got to cut through all the tape. But
yeah,
but I'm sure I've got electrical tape somewhere. I'll have a look, but I'll probably buy some anyway. So right, okay. So it looks like I could get my early finish I want.
So I was going to say as well, I know not everyone does watch, but on a Saturday night, me and Penny are live at 8 o'clock, and we're building the orrery. So those of you that haven't seen it, or I mean, maybe you're not interested in the orrery, but this is how far we've got, or me. We've got all the cogs on, and yeah, it was hard work, wasn't it? But thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
So when I've turned this cog, it moves all the other ones at different speeds. I had to reprint the base because I had a bit of a mishap with it, but it fits lovely now.
It just kind of broke, didn't it?
Yeah.
But you've still got to put the 4mm rod in, and obviously I've got to catch up with you. I'm now up to there, but I managed. Oh, Dave Mill, thank you so much. I soaked that bearing with 3-in-1 oil, and I just kept smacking it with a steel ruler, and it gradually came off. But obviously I think it was this one. It actually broken the cog, so I reprinted it, and it's there now. But I've got two. This is the basic orrery. and obviously I'm doing the 2 extra arms. But the problem I've got obviously is we only cut 5 pieces for these cogs. So but I've got to cut them. I've got them all ready to go. You've got the large cogs with the bearings. I see I've put the bearings in. That was fun to do because these ones seemed a little bit tighter than normal. So I had a few hairy moments with the vice. And the arms I've done, you see I've got the bearings in. So I've just got to put the 2 cogs in. And I thought I might as well wait because I got myself a new toy. I was going to buy you one of these Horlicks, I will say. But this tube cutter for £5, but that turns out it's £5 excluding VAT, and then it excludes postage as well. So it actually cost me £12. And I thought if I get the tube benders and the cutters for both of us, we're talking a lot of money. But I can see how it works. There's a little wheel in there, and what you do is you put your tube in, and you see you've got a little angled bit there. And you just put your tube in, and then you just tighten it like so until that little wheel touches the brass tube, which it's there now. And then what you do is you just keep rotating the tube and tightening this. Rotate the tube, tighten it a bit more. I'm not going to tell it because I don't want to cut this, but in fact, actually, let's cut a tiny bit off the end, shall we? So that's in nice and tight. So we'll turn that, tighten this, and it's a bit fiddly, but I can see it cutting. I think actually I'm cutting a spiral. I take it that's how I use it, and you have to keep tightening it.
I think you hold the rod and spin the tool.
Okay. You unscrewed the borders, it's much easier. Okay. I might be being too gentle with this, but it's definitely cutting it better than a hacksaw blade anyway. I'm struggling here. I'm going to have to rotate the tube. But yeah, it's so much. It's a bit of pressure on my hand, but it is so much easier than and it's I can see the cut happen. You probably can't see it. No, you can't see it, but you can see there's a great big thick line that's been gouged in it. So and obviously once it's in that line, it's made a little furrow, so that blade's now not going to pop out again. So, but this is actually pretty good. I like it. But I suppose it doesn't matter whether you turn the tube or the... Okay, this is better work now because... Oh, there you go. I can turn this now. Should it take this many turns? Actually, I suppose if I held the tube in the vise, that'd make the job a lot easier, won't it?
Yeah, I think it... Well, I've seen my dad used to do, obviously, plumbing around the house, and he used to cut through big copper pipe quicker than that.
Yeah.
But then it's getting used to it.
I think actually what's happening is I'm actually not gripping it hard enough, so it's actually rotating the tube in my hand. That's why it's taken so many goes. But that's the general gist of it anyway.
So it sort of slowly eats into it. So
yeah, it's scratching the top. There you go. That's going again.
Cut. Is it because obviously, does that mean you're going to have to measure slightly bigger than you need to cut?
I would say, looking at this, you want to be cutting about 0.5 mil longer than you actually want.
Right. Okay. But yeah, anyway, so that is Saturday night show. So get a bit carried away.
I am going to do this by the end of tonight.
But no, yeah. So if anyone hasn't seen that, please join us on a Saturday night, even if you just come for the chit chat. Because the Routemasters is very, very popular. It's amazing.
I don't know if this is good or not. The end is beveled. Well, for my purposes, that's actually brilliant, isn't it?
So that slips straight in the hole then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And there's the piece. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is beautiful. Let me change cameras. I think that's going to be on a fixed focus, but...
Chris, no, I think I'll finish polishing now.
So there's the piece that I've cut off. There's quite a small cut there. And then this is the piece, the other piece. I don't know if you can see the bevel on the end.
Yeah, that'll fit in the bearing nicely.
Yeah. So that'll actually be nicer. And then you can see where I've cut it. So you've got that big gap in the middle. But yeah, no, when you've got a hole, I can't really demonstrate it because it's the wrong. But look, you see there, I can get where the bearing is. It's in there because of that bevel. So that's brilliant. That's so much better than I thought it'd be. I just hope I've got enough rod left now. So yeah. So what I'm going to be doing as well, guys, is when I might actually, well, I don't know where to do this, on camera or off. But I need to glue this top one on. And I'm finding some of these cogs are like an exact fit. But quite a few of these cogs are going to need gluing on.
I actually quite like the way you've done yours, actually, because I've done mine as the magazine. I mean, the instructions. Actually, I need to put my feet on because this one's really...
You mean where I've done them at different angles?
Yeah, this one won't stay on. My foot won't stay on. I'm going to have to glue them. But yeah, I've done it as the magazine, but you sort of done yours however willy-nilly, but it actually looks better.
Well, it's not. It's actually half turns from the square. So each one is... Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, actually,
I'm
yeah.
concerned about how easy your black bits are moving because mine are all solid.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's only really that top one that's moving. Oh, look at that bottom one. That's hardly moving.
Yeah. It's funny when even with the motor, it took ages to get that to turn.
But you see, that one's moving slowly. That's moving, that's moving. I can see that one moving slowly. Those two should move at the same speed, which they are. Oh, yeah, that one's moving. It is that bottom one you can see from the hole. That is definitely going, isn't it? But it's just so slow. But given that I didn't grease mine up, I'm quite happy with that. So, yeah, no. So I think just that top one will need gluing, won't it? But I can't glue that until I'm ready to, because that's the 4mm rod.
Yeah.
So that'll get glued on when I'm ready. But all I need to do is just put a touch of glue on the outside of that 8mm rod and then just work out where I'm going to put it. But I don't think it matters where the black rods go, actually. Oh, there is some moving. It is slipping. Yeah, I think I might have to glue them on. So what I'll have to do is pull all of these down one by one, like this. That one's on really tight. But pull them all down one by one. Figure out where the top one's going. Pull it down, put a tiny dab of glue on the rod. Quickly push it up, let it set. Push the next one up. You know, a bit of glue, then push it up.
Yeah.
Because it's the inside of the bearing or the inside of the nut. You see that is quite loose. That one. This one is a really tight one. This one. But might as well put a bit of glue. So yeah, we'll get there. But and then I think we'll probably end up doing the moon ring next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Or cutting the 4mm rod for the motor. But we all know.
Sorry. I just earlier someone said, "How's Bella?" Bella's not with me today because she's gone to see Carl's nan. But I've just been sent a picture.
Oh, sorry.
Carl's nan holding Bella.
Oh, bless.
So that is the Bella update. And also, I was going to appeal to anyone watching. So, if anyone's got, I'm missing Lego builds now, and it's really expensive. Has anyone got a set that they have dismantled, like preferably a Technic set, that they would perhaps would think about lending me to build, and then me to flatten and send back? I just like the build. I'm not interested in keeping it out on display, but I just the build. I'm missing Lego build, so I don't know. Just.
Well, I could lend you a couple of mine. I've got the mini. I've got the mini, the Beetle, and I've got the Routemaster. I don't know if you would be interested in. That's
Sam's got. Or it's you, one of us.
Let me do my mic.
Between us and our sound, you got Penny that microphone dips out now and again, and my speakers give up.
Oh, hello.
I think it was my end that time.
All right, fair enough then. Yeah, I could lend you my Lego bus. I don't know if you're interested in buses at all.
It's a build, isn't it? But the thing is, yours is still assembled, isn't it?
Well, I'll unassemble it. It'll take you about 8 to 10 hours to do it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't film it because it's not my. But it's not my.
Why not? Why not?
Because it's just something I do in my own time. I don't.
You can just build.
I would want the enjoy. We had this discussion before. I really, really love building on YouTube, and everything that goes with it, like these models. But there is times when you think, "Oh, I just want to do this off camera and just enjoy it." So,
like me with Jaguar.
Yeah, so I would do something that I'm borrowing. I would build in my own time because it would take too long if I filmed it. I would just build it for my personal enjoyment on another day. But if I was to buy a Lego, I mean, I've got my eyes on the Lego roller coaster. I mean, it's really a lot of money at the minute, but I've got my eyes on that in the Porsche. What was it? The Bugatti. Now, if I was to buy a kit for myself, I would then film that.
Yeah. But I think you're a lot like me in that you love the build, but after that, you're not bothered one way or the other.
Yeah. I love the builds on the Lego. Obviously, something like the Bugatti I want or the roller coaster, it is something that you would build and have on display, and it would be amazing, like Technic stuff. But normal build,
I quite like the little marble roller coaster thing. I'm just gonna bear with me a sec. Chris Davies, sorry, I apologise for not answering earlier. Yes, I did get your message. What I've done is I've ordered the Jaguar, but I'm having it sent to Chris. so that when I go round there once a month to help him with the Routemaster, we're also going to do the Jaguar build together as well. So I've ordered the Jaguar, and it's going to Chris's. So Chris sent me a picture to say, "Oh, here it is." So yeah, I'm all excited.
Is it have you subscribed to it, or is it the whole pack?
No, I've subscribed to it. I really would like to have bought it all in one go, but I think I'm just going to save my money up, because Model Space, they chuck in these random sales like 50% off full build, and I think I might be tempted by the R2 if they do like a big sale on the full build, but sometimes they'll do. Yeah, I'm not bothered by the R2 because obviously I'm building my own. But if it came up for a good price, I would do it. And there's a couple of others I'd do. Some of the aircraft ones, the Spitfire one I'm not bothered about now, because I will mention it. One of the suggestions. Oh, I've got an idea. I want to throw an idea at everybody. Right, yeah, take care of those that are off.
Yeah,
going.
Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week.
Obviously we're doing the orrery on the Saturday, and we've already planned the next build. And
yes, we may have to wait anyway.
Yeah, but what I'm
buy some film.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. And I think I've got a really good suggestion for the third one and possibly the fourth one. But what I'm thinking is it's a little bit self-indulgent, but a lot of people do it anyway. What do you reckon about making a Facebook group for our Saturday build group? And then we can start doing things like a poll, or what. So maybe if we get the viewers chucking a couple of suggestions in, I'll chuck a suggestion in, and then you can chuck a suggestion in, and then we can put it all to the vote. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because the ideas that I've got is, I've just seen, you've got to buy the plans, but I've seen I worked out the scale. It's a radio controlled flying Spitfire, but it works out at about 1:6. It's slightly bigger than 1:6 scale, which is massive. And apparently it's really super lightweight and doesn't use a lot of filament to print. So it can probably be easily printed in a really high quality, and then just pick it off the bed, glue it together, and off you go. Hardly any sanding. And then with that one, we can take it to stage 1, which is just put all the servos and the motors and everything in. Stage 2 would be painting it, and we can take it up. But there's just so many ideas, and I think, because we had a couple of ideas, and then we were like, oh, these are fantastically big ideas. Where are we going to take them next? And we were kind of worried we were going to end up doing a not as exciting project after, the orrery's pretty good. I think the radio control tractors it's a little bit original. Everyone does cars and boats and things, don't they?
Yeah.
But who does tractors?
Yeah.
Tractors. I mean, come on. Could you get more exciting than a tractor?
And they're small.
Yeah. And if we should ever all meet up, we can all bring our tractors down and have a tractor contest. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, new ideas keep popping up. I mean, I've got mailing lists that email me ideas. And I'm like, whoa, I want to do that. And then I'm like, do I do it as a personal project, or do I suggest it to the group? So is Connects any good? Is Connects any good?
Connects. Oh,
is Connects that younger Lego?
I think I've got a Connects set. I think I've got a Connects roller coaster. It was okay. It was very frustrating because it's quite flexible. But I've got a Connect roller coaster actually. I got for Christmas.
Oh, radio control JCB, says Dave Mill.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I tell you what, I've got to learn to AutoCAD and then design my own things. And I can just go, right, guys, what do you want me to design, and we'll build. Yeah, no, I haven't sorted August out yet, Chris. And I'm waiting until tomorrow I get paid my first week as a spare. And then next week is going to be a higher amount. So I'm probably going to sort it out sometime this, after tomorrow.
Might nice, but who the hell would be interested in tractors?
He's also said, if someone is suggesting a 3D show, that would be interesting. Well, it's funny you say about a 3D show. Or do you mean an actual 3D show? Like 3D glasses on? Right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap the show up, and it's going to be really early today. Look, only 2 hours. But obviously I need to be up at 4 in the morning. So, which is
4 o'clock in the morning, and it starts to get alive. Oh, that's all right.
It's all right. You're still not worse than me at singing.
No, I'm all right when I've had a drink. I'm quite good. I do vanilla ice normally.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, your 3D renders. Mark, why don't you do a show yourself showing how you make them?
Yeah, that would be really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Because I've seen your Facebook page with all your, and they look amazing. But yeah, you should maybe do a couple of videos on actually how you do it and stuff, and it would help people that are interested in that.
And it also sounds like an idea for Twitch. We actually do a Twitch show of actually designing something. Chris, what's your suggestion for the Saturday show? I wonder if he's going to suggest what I'm thinking of anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah, great show. So I'm gonna toddle off now. Obviously, Chris is still typing away his suggestion. Yeah, that's all I can think of to say then. So, anything to add, Horlicks?
No, I don't think so. No.
Right. Well, with your permission, then I'm going to close the show. So that is all from me then. It would take a lifetime to show. People have already suggested tutorials. The work has never ended. Fair enough. I had idea that you do worsts here. Why not with your Saturday show? I don't quite get what you mean, Chris. Oh, quests. You do quests here. Guests. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, we are obviously the Saturday show is still in its infancy, so it would be great to have guests on. One of the things that I like about the Saturday show is we're building it together. So you'll quite often see me build it, and then Horlicks will build the exact same thing. So you're getting the same thing twice from different perspectives. So if we had the occasional guest, my personal aim is to get people into 3D printing. One of the ideas that I had with you, Chris, was that when I've got maxed out on printers here, I might actually get another one and send it to you. And then any prints that I need doing that aren't urgent, I can ask you to do them for me. And the rest of the time, the printer's there for you to use. So if you want to follow along on a Saturday show, you could print the parts off. Yeah. So, obviously I can't just sort of, here, I'll do this and do work for me. Obviously I'd make it available for you. But yeah, we'll discuss that when I see you anyway. Right. So I'm definitely going, and I'll just leave Horlicks to close the show.
Yeah. Okay. So see you later, everyone. Make sure you wear sun cream tomorrow because it's supposed to be nice and hot. and I'll see you. Well, we'll see you on the Saturday show if you're joining us there. Otherwise, see you next Wednesday.
Lovely. Right. Okay. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye. I'm going to hit the correct button this time. Bye.
Bye.